Hey guys, back here with the second part of my video, and this is my manga apps contest entry from last year. I never sent it in because I wasn't confident with my skills, which is basically what happened this year, and I'll show you that entry later. It was actually like 10 times better than this, whatever this is, and yeah. This is the first time I started using like actual pens and actually started inking everything the right way, but it didn't turn out right because I actually didn't know how to ink back then. And plus, this was all done with those Prismacolor pens that I have, those lining pens and all that. And yeah, there's some pages that I just want to get done with quickly because I don't enjoy drawing them. And then I just realized the solution to that is to make sure you enjoy drawing every page by making pages you want to draw. And this is when I got like my nib pens, and I realized I was like really bad at it because I just started it. Excuse me. And yeah, this is like the first picture I inked with them. Well, not really. I practiced with some other pictures in my sketchbook, and this is actually sketchbook pages. So this is what I inked on. And I didn't finish that page because that's about when I quit. And that's that. That's another unfinished project. And this is called Biometal. I mean, this is like one of the biggest projects that I wanted to start, but it failed like pretty shortly. Like, I thought the beginning on this first one was dragging out too long, and I had to start all over again. I didn't really get past inking the first page, and this is done on cardstock this time. So yeah, and that's where that ended. If you notice, there's a recurring pattern where these works start dying earlier than usual. Okay, then this is when I actually really started trying to do Biometal, because this is a name, and I realized I needed to do a name before I started on it, so I could get like the basis of what I want to draw. And like really, if I was comparing this to that, then if I was in my 5th grade self or 6th grade self looking at this, I think this is amazing. But like I'm looking at it right now, and it's just like complete crap. Because this is from like maybe January. Yeah, January, like up in the beginning of the year, and it was originally for a Manga Pros contest, and yeah, I realized that I still wasn't that good at drawing to complete it. I'm not going to show you the whole thing because it's like 45 pages. Like, this was the longest name I ever did, and it took me about 2 weeks to do, but I've gotten faster at drawing names. And that was the last page. It wasn't really that good of a story. The story is just like, well, I'm not going to tell you the story because I'm still planning on making this, but I've thought of so many good like ideas. After watching the Gintama anime, I just like gotten this overflow of really good ideas, and now I can think better in drawing. I don't know, in making stories. Yeah. And so this is the paper I draw on, Strathmore Bristol board smooth paper or whatever. And this is where I actually started drawing the Biometal name out onto the paper. And yeah, that didn't last very long either, like seriously. So this is the first page, and it's basically what you saw in the name in the first draft, but it's different. It doesn't have words yet because I wanted to do the lettering on the computer, you know, scan it in and all that. But like even now you can see the inking is subpar. Like her head's so off balance because I'm used to drawing this way, and then when I get to the left, it's the lines the curve is so much shorter, and that's how I used to draw heads. But then I realized, whoa, that was a really big problem. Like a really big problem. That head looked like crazy stuff, you know. And yeah, I can show you all the pages on this one because it didn't last that long. It's about 10 pages of nothing. Yeah, he's visiting his brother's grave. And that's actually a big plot in the story. But I changed it slightly so that there's a much better ending. Like, it's so much better than anything I would ever thought of. But I thought of it, so there you go. And that's how I did, like, you know, a little action scene or whatever. Speed lines protected. I don't think I had any whiteout, so I couldn't really fix most of these mistakes. But I could show you, like, the best picture I ever drew on this is like right about here. Like, I really like that one. I don't know. I didn't know all the basics back then, but I could tell that was like the best picture I've drawn on that whole comic. And then he jumps out the window because he wants to skip. He doesn't like stairs and stuff. And he tries to do an epic landing, but I got the anatomy like way off on that. And oh yeah, still didn't know how to do backgrounds. Like, seriously, what's up with that street? It just falls off of nowhere. So yeah, I had to work on perspective and buildings and stuff. So then I realized again that my work was really bad and it was really lacking. This one was a pretty good picture too, and yeah. So I quit it about here. Like, I like how I did the speed lines there, but as my work was like steadily progressing, it was like it gave me more of a desire to want to keep the quality the same. So I wanted to get better and stuff. And then let's see. Oh yeah. So then for the manga apps contest this year, I drew a name for this manga I was making called Ten Shitsuji. You saw that on that name video, right? Remember? So like, yeah, you already know basically what's in it. I'll just go over the first page here. It was basically about this dude that he was like part of this race of heavenly bloodline people or whatever. And yeah, and then there's this girl that was being I don't know, like she was trying to escape from like his brother or something, and I kind of forget what it was about. Well, I don't forget, but explaining it would be too boring and all that. And then this is like the first page. This is when my inking got like really good, and what? Yeah, basically I got better at drawing overall because I observed a lot of manga and all that, and yeah, I was able to create something. I was just able to like take examples from that and then make my own thing. The first page of this is on DeviantArt. I'm gonna try to upload the rest of them on I don't know, tomorrow or something. And yeah, and the words are added on DeviantArt, and I'll try to add them in later. Yeah. I like how I did this page. Well, at least this part of the panel. Like, yeah. I like how I did all the speed lines. That takes a lot of time, like, seriously. It takes a long time to do all that. But, I mean, like, once you're done, it looks, like, really good. And, yeah. This is my other page. And, yeah. And he gets the crap kicked out of him in the face. I'm probably not showing this in order. Yeah. And that's about where it stops. Romance face. Okay. So what I was planning to do. Oh yeah, my sketchbook. These are my sketches. Like, these are the beginning sketches for that manga I just showed you right now. And like, those were the character designs and all that. And these are character designs for a secret project I'm working on, you know? Like, it might even get published, so